The giants of Monte Prama of Sardinia, Italy, extraterrestrial robots thousands of years ago? Well, we do have a legend of a huge robot that was flying over the island of Crete of ancient Greece, and that robot was supposed to be the protector of the island. Now, the giants of Monte Prama of Sardinia, Italy, are sculptures between 2 and 2.5 meters created by the Nuragic civilization, which inhabited the island of Sardinia between the 18th and 2nd century BC. Now, the picture that you have here on the right side supposedly is the ancient giant robot that protected the island of Crete of ancient Greece thousands of years ago, according to legend. Now, here researchers have not yet agreed on whether these Nuragians were originally from the island itself, or on the contrary, they can be related to the sea peoples which ravaged the Mediterranean coast between the 14th and 13th centuries BC. In the latter case, they would have arrived in Sardinia after being defeated in their failed invasion of Egypt between the 13th and 12th century BC. Now, the sea people we know were basically the islands of Greece, and we know even in the Old Testament, it's written that the inhabitants of Crete were Philistines. In other words, they were like the type of Goliath, 6 fingers, 6 toes, and huge in stature. So supposedly when they had the volcanic eruption of the island of Santorini, those people basically went to various other areas and settled there, and obviously they were giants. So history goes. Now, the giants, or colossi, as some scholars have called them, were found in 1974 near the town of Cabras, west of the island of Sardinia. They represent warriors, archers, and fighters with shields. One of its most outstanding features, in addition to its large size, is the eyes formed by 2 concentric discs. It's not known whether they represent mythological heroes or gods. The finding occurred next to a tomb of the same area, so it's believed that they were arranged around as guardians. But this is not too clear either. They may well have belonged to a nearby temple not yet found. In March 2015, after 40 years of study and restoration, the giants were exposed to the public in the National Archaeological Museum of Cagliari. So this is a recent discovery. 2015 they were put into the museum. In total, with the more than 5,000 pieces found, some 33 giants could be rebuilt. 2 new pieces were found September 2016, with the particularity that they are complete and intact. A third part may be buried more deeply according to radar surveys. The novelty that these last 2 discovered giants bring is that, unlike those found above, they carry their shields attached to the side and not over the head, a position that is very similar to that of a small Nuragic bronze from the same period found in Viterbo, north of Rome, whose date is known with certainty to be 9th century BC. If the connection were proven true, we would be facing the oldest example of colossi, giant statues, found in the Mediterranean, several centuries earlier than the Greek colossi. And there is more, because scholars believe that the giants must have worn masks, very similar to those used today in the traditional celebrations of Sardinia. Although these were not exactly the same, that would show that some ancestral rites and traditions have survived on the island for more than 3,000 years. So what do you think about the giants of Monte Prama? Would they be representations of robots? Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. And this is on Infinity Explorers by Ansh Shrivastava. And there's more information on Wikipedia if you'd like to know what's happening there, what they found. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.